Alright, there we go. More stuff. New game. I'll play base game for now. I'm watching the colors on my keyboards freak out because they're apparently connected to the game. So they were flashing. Morning light fills my eyes. The morning light fills your eyes and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to the Greater Marrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Ah, well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. Move forward. Reverse, turn, okay. Rotate camera. Ooh. Can I... Oh. Start fishing. I got a blue mackerel. Oh, it wants me to do this a bit more. Sorry. Perfect. I do not have the fishing gear for this. I do not have the fishing gear for this. Coastal fish, coastal fish. Can I fish you? And I need to get back. Okay. Ah! My boat! You step onto the dock at Greater Marrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan. But I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is paid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So, to recap, you'll need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and, in turn, keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Where do I sell the fish? Our local fishmonger will appraise and purchase what you catch. He's open all hours. Off you go then, sell those fish while they're still fresh. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised they found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? It takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay for you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more, too. Other towns and other islands might pay you different. But while you've still got a debt outstanding here, I'd suggest you work on paying it off first. So let's see what you've got. Ta-da! The mayor is standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something of it. Why don't you take it? Stick it there. Oh, one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks at you briefly before turning back to her work. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take on any damage from the rocks, or any damage at all, I can patch it up, mostly. She shrugs and gestures towards the hull she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look round. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install. So plan ahead. Can I repair? Oh, here we go. To storage. What do I do with this? I guess to storage. Storage. Okay. Shallow. Oof. I might just wanna. I'll get this one. How do I pick it up? I can't pick it up and move it? Floating buoy. It serves to mark safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscured hazards. Its dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloom of the night. I've had a special order come through for a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. 1 gulf flounder, 1 gray eel. Just bring them when you have them. You'll need to have a rod that can handle shallow water fish in order to catch those. The shipwright should be able to sort that for you. Have you got any fish in that order? Alright, come back when you have everything now. Regular business, eh? So. Alright. Unlock. Kind of. You'll see. I don't really know much about this game, but I know a little bit. I wonder why you'd guess that. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. Good, good. They should be pleased with these. I've got another order here. This one's a little more curious. They want a couple of squid and a whole black grouper. Don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at night, and, well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. Keep an eye out for larger fish. They'll feed more mouths. I totally know how to drive this boat. Okay. Yes. Catches shallow. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? Come to fish? There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Rest. Oh, the mayor wishes to speak with me. Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east toward Little Marrow? Would you give this package to the dock worker there, please? East Little Marrow. Okay. The mayor hands you a small package. A small damp package bound in string and dripping slightly. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Don't forget to check your compass and map if you get lost. Undock. East. 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 Dock worker. What? A delivery? Let's see here. He tears a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but it feels as though he's shielding it from your view. Yeah, nice and fresh. This'll do nicely. I'm to pay you, I suppose. He hands you some money. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't make much sense to me. You'll surely get more use out of it. He pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. A number of the pages are folded over. Keep it in your cabin. Perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat any time. I know how lonely it can be. Enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques. The shelves full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers over your silver spectacles. Over his huh? What? Hello? Oh, is that? Oh, nah. I don't believe we've met. Forgive me. My eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you got anything nice with you today, perhaps? No. Undock. feeling kind of chill, so it might be a little bit longer. One black grouper. Black groupers only bite at night. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. I didn't think you had it in you. Night fishing is a tall order. I'll let you know when I get more orders in. For now, on to business as usual. So... The mayor is walking quickly towards you. He seems to be in a good mood with a spring in his step. Fantastic news! Thanks partly to your efforts, Greater Marrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand her facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger's services. He might have something to talk to you about soon. Keep up the good work. We're glad you've chosen to be here with us. This is the dry dock. We can make significant improvements to your vessel here. We're talking extra space, more attachment points for equipment, even superior hulls. We'll need a decent stock of hard materials for these projects, lumber, metal, scraps, that sort of thing. How do I get my materials? There's plenty of decent materials around the coast, from various shipwrecks and the like. I'm sure you'll find a way to get at them. Materials assigned towards upgrades here will be stored. So don't worry if you only have half of what we need. More rod space for net. Engine. Let's see here. There we go. I got a little bit more speed now. Navigating. Lighthouse towers above. Waves crash endlessly against the perilous rocks below. All creatures, human or otherwise, would have their brittle bodies broken and thrown at its feet. You ponder the intrinsic power of this structure, a vast column of stone shouldering the responsibility of countless lives. How long will it stand? How long until it decays into ruin, its purpose exhausted? The lighthouse towers above. Alright, carefully navigate out of the rocks. Carefully, carefully. Nope. Okay. Don't have the equipment. %10 chance to not reduce fish stocks when catching a fish with a rod. Been meaning to talk to you about a new business venture I've been considering. Crab pots. I've got one here for you, in fact. It's a bit banged up, but if you can get it fixed at the shipwright. Should be pretty straightforward. Just drop it out at sea anywhere, then come back after a day or two to check on it. I've got a customer after a fiddler crab and a common crab. Both species can be found around here. I found this book out back. Could be useful to you. The fishmonger reaches under the counter and hands you a damp, battered book. A few shimmering fish scales are stuck to the cover. If you're wanting to get a bit more out of your engines, take a look through this book on the house. She pulls a book from a toolbox nearby and hands it to you. A few of the pages are stuck together with grease. Okay. I need to pop her in reverse real fast. What with... The door is locked. The workshop looks as though it hasn't been used in decades. It's locked. Alright, well, let's rest until dawn. And unlock. Just, there we go. There we go. Move. There we go. Ooh. I got an achievement for my Tetris. Morning of the second day of the honeymoon and our first day proper. Today we're sailing around the islands and inlets at the back of the Greater Marrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheel instead of the rods. He renamed the boat last night, Julie. Uh-oh. Never rename a boat. That's bad luck. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly, it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. Yep. He wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain Ocean's Riches. It was a good name. I think he has prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. Girl, you have doomed it! You have doomed this by keeping that thing. We had a slight accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of Greater Marrow. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hull, but it jostled us around. A few items fell overboard into the water. We did not see what they were, which is of some concern, but we believe all important articles are accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He is so paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I've never known him to be so superstitious. I caught it. Oh! Might know more about it. Okay. Corrupted scales and bulbous eyes like nothing you've ever seen. I don't like that! Ah! What is it today? You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising the fish up to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath. Ugh. Ah, now this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. I wonder. He runs his fingers firmly along the length of the fish as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach, and a small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open. From its stomach he pulls a small piece of fabric and spreads it on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief. Well, I've never seen that before in all my days. I'll give you this thing, and I'll pay you for the fish, too, of course. It's not the first corrupted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before too long. I'll pay you well if you find any more. To storage. Okay. Sell all fish. The man is looking at you through your cabin window. His face is mostly in shadow. I know what you took to the fishmonger, and I'll be clear, I know he extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. Meet me on Blackstone Isle. Head out of this bay and cut south. I have a business proposition that you will want to hear. I'll be waiting. Oh, my goodness, sir. Common crab. Perfect. It's a good thing I can't run into that. Oh, I have a map! That's so nice. Yes. My teeny tiny little ship. You don't have the handkerchief with you. The man seems interested in it. Oh, okay, my storage. Thank goodness that my storage teleports from island to island. The man is standing in a doorway, watching you approach. He's holding an old book in one hand. It's bound in crimson with silver ribbons. You came. Good. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a collector of many things, art and artifacts, treasures and truths, and curios that occupy the periphery of desire. And you have something for me. You give the handkerchief to the collector. He holds it up to the flickering light and studies it. These patterns are unmistakable, even after all this time. This handkerchief comes from an old ship I've been searching for. It sank many years ago. It carried items of great importance. As you can imagine, retrieving them is proving to be challenging. That's where you come in. My proposition is this. I will outfit your vessel with the equipment that will let you dredge the wrecks and dark depths. Find me these lost relics, and I will reward you in ways beyond all imagining. You need not give up your fishing career. I merely need a few hours with your vessel to make the necessary alterations. What do you say? I accept. Is this the husband that we're hearing about in these notes? An excellent decision. I'll prepare the equipment immediately. The relics we're looking for are a ring, a necklace, a watch, and a music box and key. I would encourage you to ask around the towns about shipwrecks or other strange occurrences. Anything that might be worth investigating. Return when you have something. My goodness, maybe if you didn't move my camera, that wouldn't be an issue. I think that's the only thing I don't like, is when you undock from there, and it's like, your camera. You don't need a camera. Oh. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. I was confused as to what I was doing. Oh, my little boat! It's got a little bit of fire coming out of the butt. It's fine. I just fixed it up real fast. Fisherman, have you run into a photographer on your travels? She docked here a few days ago for supplies. I suggested that she take some pictures of the town for promotional purposes, but she didn't seem too interested. She mentioned she was heading south. Perhaps you should introduce yourself. Storage. Your boat's looking a bit banged up. I can repair that. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay. Builder. You approach a woman sitting on the dockside, staring out to sea. She turns to you. What's it like out there? Peaceful. It's got to be a damn sight better than this bloody town. I think I just need to get away for a while. Maybe not come back. Going backwards is a mistake, don't you think? You should always keep moving forward, moving along. It's not so bad out there. She's gazing out at the sea again, lost in thought. Say, if you find me some materials, maybe you can help me move? I mean, really move. There's an island I've heard about, Steel Point, just to the north. 2 units of lumber and 2 units of scrap is all I need. I can make a new place for myself out there. You'd be welcome to visit too. Just stack it up at Steel Point when you have anything. I'll pay you when the job's done. I don't know where Steel Point is. What is it? Any shipwrecks around here? She eyes you suspiciously. There's a spot near the back of Greater Marrow where the current carries in wreckage from the seas. Some nights you can see an unnatural glow rising from that patch of dark water. I can't imagine what's down there in the deep. So if you're looking for what I think you're looking for, it's best you just move on. Have you heard of any strange things happening? I see plenty of strange things from atop the lighthouse. Sometimes I don't know whether or not I can trust my own eyes. She holds the lantern up so that it shines brightly onto your face. Are you really standing here in front of me, or is it just another of the fog's tricks? Who lives? I see a lot from up here, you know. I saw that ill-fated boat return. I chose to look the other way. I watched an unnatural glow flicker through those windows. Whatever you've got planned, I hope you know what you're doing out there. There she goes.